Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? It's showtime.
Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where the truth always matters. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. I am your trusted source for hard-hitting conservative news. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots and truth seekers, welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. And together, we are diving into the heart of America's most pressing issues. What you can expect tonight on tonight's episode, unfiltered truth. No spin, no agenda, just raw, unapologetic truth. We dissect the headlines, policies, and events with a critical eye, separating fact from fiction. So buckle up, because we'll engage in an intellectual combat, challenging prevailing narratives and questioning the status quo. Because on tonight's episode, it's KAMALA everything. The border czar herself. We'll get into the lame news media lying about Joe Biden never making her the border czar, which is a fact he did in March of 2021. We're not just observers, we're freedom warriors. From defending the Constitution to champion individual liberties. We're in the trenches fighting for what matters most. So this is the perfect time to unwind, sit back, grab a cup of coffee or your favorite drink, and join our vibrant community. And let's hear from all of you in chat as we sit here and dissect, debate, and discover the truth together. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the show. It's Friday, everyone. It's the weekend for at least most of everybody. Hi, everybody. Billy Bob's in the house. Hi, Joan. Mark, how you doing, Mark? Just a little bit of news for you guys. This is going to be my last podcast until Tuesday night. I'm going on a little extended weekend vacation to the racetrack, and then next Thursday will be my back surgery. So next week, I'm going to try to get in Tuesday and Wednesday. And then I'll have like a 4-day recuperation time, from the surgery. And hopefully back the following Monday, August 5th, on my regularly scheduled programs, the morning one and the night one, as long as I'm allowed to walk down steps and stuff. Hopefully I'll get down here and be able to do it come next Monday, the following Monday. Not this coming Monday, but next Monday. Yeah, the 5th. So we'll see how the surgery goes, and we'll get back to you. But I'll be putting out some ads and stuff that I'll be back when I do. So what I'm going to start off with today, guys, is one that Tammy asked about. And let me get up here and find it. And this was about the American flag from yesterday. So I've got this short video that explains about now it's not illegal to burn the American flag. Take a look at this real quick.
Americans do have a First Amendment right to burn the American flag as a form of political protest. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled 5-4 in Texas versus Johnson in 1989 that Gregory Lee Johnson had a First Amendment right to burn the American flag as a form of political protest.
I don't think that's right. I think they need to change that. But thank you, Billy Bob, for the prayers. Hopefully it's as easy as the doctor says it sounds. He's just going to decompress a couple disc in my back, so we'll see what happens and see how well that works out. So we'll have to see. But yeah, Tammy wanted to see that and wanted to know about the legality of it because of what these idiots are doing, protesting. They're protesting Gaza and Israel, but burning our flags. So that makes no sense to me. But I think they need to make it a federal crime if you burn an American flag or desecrate it in any way, like stepping on it or whatever. They need to do jail time. And if you're a foreigner, you're sent out of here. And you don't come back. One-way ticket and you're gone. Victor B. Anderson, nowhere included the border. Yes, exactly, Victor. And thanks for tuning into the show today. There's Vic. There she is. How you doing? Sean's in the house. All right, Sean. Welcome, guys. All right, everyone. All right, where are we getting on to today? But they should be sent out of our country. You don't like it. If you're a foreigner like these illegal criminals, you burn our flag, you desecrate it in any way, you're shipped the hell out of here, never to return. So, hey, Jamal made it today. All right, Jamal, welcome. Glad you guys are tuning in. It's awesome. All right, now let's get going here with Jen Psaki, the good liar of Biden. Now, she gave Kamala some bad news on replacing Joe Biden that left her stunned because Jen Psaki told her it's not going to be an easy ride just to get the nomination, but I'm having a little fear that she is going to get it. But you never know. There's no guarantees that she'll get it. Maybe somebody's going to pop up that they want to see in there because with everything that we're finding on Kamala Harris, she is an embarrassment to the Democrat Party. And I can't even believe that they're actually going to want her in there. She's an embarrassment. We're finding stuff left and right. And that's why today's show is about Kamala Harris. It's everything Kamala tonight, except for a couple, if we make it to the little videos down there. Exactly, Billy Bob. But you know what? First off, before I get into this one with them, I got a couple things that just came up in my email right before I went on live. So the first one is Trump has the biggest set of cojones I've seen. And if you guys looked at this article or heard it on the news, Trump announced his plan to hold a rally in the Pennsylvania town where he got shot. Now, do you believe that? That man's got a set on him like this big. Because if I got shot in a town that I didn't live in, I wouldn't go back. But this man wants to go back to Butler where he got shot and hold a rally again. And if he does, you know what? My ass will be there. I will go. I will stream live if I have signal there. I don't know how to do it on my phone yet, but I'll learn. But yeah, he wants to go back there. Believe that or not. Why no? Is Big Mike's man is a no endorsing. Obama's both endorsed her, Billy Bob. And why, I don't know. I thought they were going to fight her on this, but they are endorsing her. And it's I don't know why. I don't get it. So this woman is a failure, a miserable failure. And she's only worked her way up with knee pads and to get where she's going. So, but back to Trump. Yes, he wants to go back there. Crazy man. But tough as hell is what he is. All right, next. When Christopher Wray was testifying and stuff, and he wants to run his mouth and said that Trump was not shot. He made remarks about Trump can't, campaign slams FBI Director Wray over assassination attempt comments. And that one was he was commenting about there's no proof that he got shot. Until today. Now, this one came up just a little bit ago. FBI admits Trump was hit by a bullet during assassination attempt. This is what I just love. You've got a idiot director of the FBI that can sit there and run his mouth, and all these people, even that Oberman or whatever that Keith idiot guy was, run their mouth when they don't have a clue of what they're talking about. And the idiot FBI just runs his mouth. Well, they're taught to lie. They're trained to lie. They live a lie their whole life. So, and this man wants to run his mouth and say Trump wasn't shot. Well, how the hell do you know? You spying on his medical records? I wouldn't put it past him. I heard that he wants to go back to Butler. He's a badass Trump. Exactly, Trump lady. Welcome to the show. A man, a patriot like Trump, is not scared. Love of country. Exactly right, Billy Bob. It's what got a sack on him to want to go back there, man. You get stabbed or something, that puts mentally that could screw you up. That man's tough as nail. That's awesome. But those are a couple ones. I mean, I've got a list of emails that I got after putting the show together this morning, that it's unreal how many I've gotten from new stuff coming out from the FBI, which I will erase all that crap, and a plot to kill Trump, what we know and what comes next. I mean, so much but I'll probably have more. I'll have to erase all these by the time I come back on Tuesday and try to get it set up after I get back from my little vacation. So I'll try to throw something together real quick for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we'll see how Thursday goes for my surgery. So you just explained the entire administration in one phrase. Yep. Exactly right. But now we're going to get right into this one. And let me see. Yeah, it's in there. Axios caught red-handed lying as it claims that Harris was never the border czar. We all know it's true because I showed you the video the other day. Lee's in the house. What's up, Lee? And we know it's a downright lie because I showed you the video a couple nights ago of Biden, appointing himself in March of 2021. Now, take a look at this video of them lying about Kamala Harris. Take a look at this.
On Wednesday, Axios accused Republicans of unfairly faulting Harris for the dysfunction at the U.S. southern border, writing, "The Trump campaign and Republicans have tagged Harris repeatedly with the border czar title, which she never actually had." This notion that Harris was never named border czar is contradicted by earlier reporting in Axios. An April 14th, 2021 article by Axios reporter Shauna Chen explained that, quote, Harris, appointed by Biden as border czar, said she would be looking at the root causes that drive migration. That was not a one-off, by the way. Axios published 3 separate articles, all referring to Kamala Harris as the border czar, using that specific language. Caught red-handed, Axios demurred and published the following correction. The article has been updated and clarified to note that Axios was among the news outlets that incorrectly labeled Harris a border czar in 2021. They would rather say they were wrong than admit she was the border czar. Now, the updated article says that, quote, border czar was an unofficial moniker, as if the difference matters. The truth, let's just talk about the truth, is that Harris was, in fact, assigned to lead the administration's handling of that specific issue, and that is now inconvenient for the campaign since immigration and border security is Trump's most winning issue. Sorry about that, but it is, in fact, the truth.
Exactly right. Now, this goes along with everyone else trying to lie about it. We are not going to let it happen. We are going to say this on everything. Every time you see a picture of Kamala Harris, put the word border czar on there. No matter what it is, what it is about, if it has her ugly ass face on there, put border czar on there. Find a GIF or a meme or something that says border czar. I'm going to do this on everything I see of hers. It's going to say border czar because it's a truth. And I'm sick and tired of these some bitches lying about everything I'm telling you to turn around. It's ultimately her responsibility, that piece of garbage, piece of shit, Alejandro Mayorkas. It's all their positions. But she was appointed the border czar, and I'm sitting tired. They're trying to wrap this up and trying to play it off that she wasn't. And we've got the proof. Everybody has the proof. Biden has even said it. So this is what we want to do all the way up until November, because she is an embarrassment to just how she got up to where she's at today. So, and yes, Dennis, I'm ready. I got mine ready. You get yours ready. Democrats will be in your face. There is a video of Biden making her the border czar. I showed it the other day, Jamal, and I'll show it again every time you turn around. But it might come out again on one of these other videos. I got like 14 videos for you guys today. This was a Kamala type day. And you know how hard it is for me to look at that ugly thing 14 times? Holy shit. Oh my God. At least a few of you guys are going to get ticked with me and maybe won't want to talk to me for a while after this post. Well, hell, let's hear it. That's a good one. But anyways, now we talk about this. We've talked about this yesterday, about the House passing a resolution condemning Harris's work on the border, the failing of to secure the border. Now I'm going to let you watch this video real quick of the resolution that they just passed with 6 Democrats helping. Now we're going to talk about that after this too. So take a look at this.
That vote's now officially passed, we're hearing?
Yeah, it has officially passed. The final number was 220 to 196. And again, that is with those 6 Democrats, almost all of them frontline Democrats, meaning Democrats in competitive districts, voting for it. I can tell you, Diane, it was expected that this resolution would probably pass along party lines, because this was obviously a Republican effort to condemn Harris and start to build this case of disagreement with her over policy. But I don't think anyone was really expecting 6 House Democrats, and that's a fair number just given how slim the numbers are here in the House of Representatives, to vote for a resolution that is condemning the presumptive nominee of their own party. One more thing to note here, which is we have seen some House Republicans in recent days start to take aim at Harris over her race. We've heard them use the phrase DEI hire and things of that nature. And one of the things we've learned, Rachel Scott and I are reporting, that sources tell us that in a closed-door House Republican meeting earlier this week, Speaker Mike Johnson told them, focus on the policy, don't focus on personal attacks. And this resolution is in that vein, trying to focus on border policy.
So, Selena, how do you expect Harris to now defend against this? We have heard the campaign already talk about how she wasn't actually the border czar. But do you expect to hear more on what she actually did in her role in terms of immigration and the border? And what do you expect to hear from her at that event today?
Yeah, look, I think her campaign is driving home the message about the contrast here between her versus former President Donald Trump, and how she believes that she is the best person to hold Donald Trump to account. This is all about the framing of a prosecutor versus a convicted felon. So while she does have vulnerabilities in those areas that we've been talking about, including immigration and the economy, they believe that because of who she is, she can drive out the voters that this campaign needs the most. Her campaign put out a memo just yesterday saying that a disproportionate number of these undecided voters are Black, Latino, and young voters. These are all groups that they believe Harris can drive out in droves. And I can just tell you here, Diane, I've been speaking to a lot of the teachers and public educators who are here today, and they say they feel a kind of energy and enthusiasm they haven't felt in months, including using the word hopeful.
All right, Selena Wang, Jay O'Brien, thank you both.
Now, it's just the only thing that I don't know. It doesn't do anything, though. But the problem I have now is after I set up this show, with this article, another article came up and said that the 6 Democrats that voted with the Republicans on this resolution said they were lying to save their jobs. So they voted just to save their jobs. Now, I think that they're lying now because they were blackmailed and threatened to be blackballed if they don't say something like this. It's just dumb. This politicians suck, period. No, yes, they are fucking idiots, Jamal. You got that right. None of the Latinos I know would even consider voting for her. And I don't know where the hell she got that one crowd, and they showed her most recent video or her first campaign ad. It was a disaster, and I didn't even want to play it because it was so stupid. But she had a crowd there. Where the hell was she at to get a crowd? I've never seen a crowd yet in one of her things. But first, I want to take a shout out to Jace. I got my bands. I don't know if you guys ordered these or not. I stand with 45. You see that? I got mine today. Came with this nice letter in here. If you guys can see that. I purchased I Stand with 45 limited edition wristband. Thank you, Jace. They're great. I just wanted to show you that. There's Pat. Hi, Pat. What's going on, Pat? All right. Where was I here? My phone just is going crazy. Now let's see. What did they say here? They were blackballed. Okay, we're going through that. Now we have pro-Hamas. Okay, pro-Hamas media scrambles to erase border czar from her resume as GOP highlights her record. She has the worst record ever. She has no policy record. So take a look at this video of the media, the lame news media, trying to hide the fact, and I say fact because it is a fact that Kamala Harris was the border czar. And we're not going to let this go. Play video 3. Okay. Let's go this one.
The political left is now trying to argue that Vice President Kamala Harris was never actually the border czar. You may remember President Biden formally put her in charge of immigration in March of 2021.
I've asked her, the VP, today, because she's the most qualified person to do it, to lead our efforts with Mexico and the Northern Triangle and the countries that help. We're going to need help in stemming the movement of so many folks, stemming the migration to our southern border.
Now it seems the left wants to erase that, like magic, from everyone's memory. New liberal media headlines claim Kamala Harris was never Biden's border czar. She was never in charge, even suggesting that the border czar title was something made up by Republicans. And Harris's left-wing allies are desperately trying to defend her poor immigration record. Let's remember together.
She assumed the role that Vice President Biden had during the Obama administration, which is diplomacy with Central America. She is not the border czar. To the extent there's anybody who's a border czar, it's the Secretary of Homeland Security.
Number one, Harris was put in charge, as you said earlier, of combating the roots of immigration. She was not and is not the border czar.
Do you think Kamala Harris did a good job as the border czar?
I don't know that she was a border czar. Was she a border czar?
You listen to this shit. That just dumbfounds me that these people run their mouths like this. Hey, Alan, welcome. I saw you come in there. Now, the Harris campaign wants to try to wipe this out because it's a disaster for the bloodbath border crisis that we are having in this country, because she is responsible for it. No matter how you turn it, she is the border czar. We are not going to let this drop until they know, if they start deporting illegals, okay, maybe we'll let it ease up a little bit. But she is responsible for the corruption and the crime and everything that's going on in this country because of these illegal criminals that are coming across the border. The terrorists, the drug cartel, everybody, Chinese military men, all of them. That's why I tell you, every picture, video, anything that comes out, make sure you put that border czar in the comments. Tear it up. Let's just, people are going to know it is, because I've already been getting into with people on Facebook. So I ain't going to have a problem with doing that. we can take care of that with no problem. All right, let me erase this one. I got so many videos, I don't want to replay them again. And I kept marking in here, tell me which video to play so I don't screw those up too. Now, I know we don't like polls or anything like that, but a new poll, immersion poll, come out that Trump edges Harris in 4 key swing states. Now, according to the poll, Trump leads Harris in Arizona 49-44. In Georgia, it's 48-46. Michigan is 46-45. And Pennsylvania, 48-46. Both candidates receive a 47% support in Wisconsin. Now, there was supposed to be another poll out on Fox today at 6 o'clock. I did not check on it. I was outside having a few drinks. Adult beverages, if you will. But I stopped so I didn't come on here all tipsy. Democrat Party does nothing but freaking lie. Constantly, Kurt. Welcome, Kurt. I didn't see you come in there. Constantly. That's what they do. And they want to call us the liars or the racists or the bigots or the Hamas, whatever the hell they call us. They call us all kinds of shit. And all we do is, I mean, okay, some people lie, but we tell the truth. And that's what we do on this show. We tell the truth. I have no reason to lie to anybody. What the hell? What's that do me? No good. Fuck that. Leave business my close priority over the interwebs. Okay. The entire Democrat establishment is lying in a straight face, knowing the truth is out there. Exactly, Jamal. But they don't think people's going to look into them. And you know what, though? The sheep do not. They just take it all in and see that, oh, they're telling me, so it's got to be true. I'm going to believe that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. They are all lockstep. Yes. What else we got going on here, Sean? Okay. Hurt dirt. Ain't no way that fucking close. I don't think so either, Alan. I don't think it's that close either. But that's the latest poll I saw. I didn't get to go in and check out the Fox News one that they said they were going to release a few of them at 6 o'clock, and I didn't get to do that. All right. What are we doing here? Hold on 1 second. Here we go, guys. We're going to get into this. Hold on. Here we go. Our Don't Get Dead segment, Disaster Factor Tips of the Day. Compiling your inner circle list. I'm going to keep this to PowerPoints. 3 kinds of people to disqualify. 1, perpetual victim mindset and maidens in distress. Entitlements mindsets, compulsive liars and braggarts. Potentially dangerous types of people. People with repeated violent history repeated. Abdicates responsibility. Everything is someone else's fault. Thief history. Types of people to be very cautious of. People with small children, they'll do absolutely anything to feed and help them. Exactly. Young single moms, people who are overly concerned with their looks, male, female. These are not necessarily bad people, but these are more than likely will cause more problems than they will resolve, which is so true, and you can't get too mad about that. But then here's mine.
First and most critical factor is safety. Now, when we say safe, we're talking about a location that is well distanced from any immediate threats or danger zones. For instance, if the threat is a natural disaster like a hurricane or wildfire, your bug-out location needs to be far enough to not be directly affected. Similarly, in case of civil unrest or a riot, your location should ideally be removed from densely populated areas or hotspots of violence. But it's not just about being far from the immediate threat. The location also needs to be in an area where you're unlikely to encounter other threats. This could mean choosing a location that's off the beaten path, away from major roads or known trouble areas. Now, I understand that predicting the future is not within our capabilities. We can't foresee with absolute certainty where the next threat will come from or what form it will take.
All right, there we go. That was your Don't Get Dead Disaster Factor Tips of the Day. Brought to you by Dennis himself. Thank you, Dennis. Let me see where I'm at here. Okay, we're getting past that already. I know most of the people are voting for Harris just because she's a woman. You know, that's that's pretty bad, because you're going to vote for just because she's a woman, because she is definitely next to the worst DEI hire next to KJP ever. And she's dumb as a bowling ball. We're going with dumb as a bowling ball. And yep. And instead of a box of rocks, she's dumb as a bowling ball. Why would you vote for somebody just because they're a woman? That's just as bad as you voting for Joe Biden because he's a Democrat. It makes no sense whatsoever. Now get this one. Harris takes aim at extremist Republicans. Now get this one. The policies on education and gun safety. This is the biggest one that I have a problem with. Let me take this one out of here. And I already did that one for Tammy. So we're going to get into this one now. Sounds good, right? But here's what she's talking about. When she's talking about the education part of this, and that the Republicans want to ban books. Oh, yeah, and I'm all in for this. But she doesn't tell these people what books we want banned, right? These books, you might as well give these kids a Playboy and say, go ahead, learn on your own, because that's how disgusting these books are. I want you to take a look at this video, what she has to say about the Republicans wanting to ban books. Take a look at this.
You try to create safe and welcoming places where our children can learn. Extremists attack our freedom to live safe from gun violence. They have the nerve to tell teachers to strap on a gun in the classroom, while they refuse to pass common sense gun safety law. And while you teach students about our nation's past, these extremists attack the freedom to learn and acknowledge our nation's true and full history, including book bans. Book bans in this year of our Lord 2024. We want to ban assault weapons, and they want to ban books. Can you imagine?
Now, do you see what I'm talking about here, guys? That bitch didn't say nothing about what books they were trying to ban, right? That we want banned. And whoever objects to banning these books from these schools need to be put on a list, charged with pedophilia. That's my opinion. If you don't like it, kiss my ass. Period. Now, Dennis, you guys weren't in here, and I'll let you guys know, I won't be here Monday. I'm taking a little extended weekend vacation to the racetrack up in Erie. And I'll be back Tuesday and Wednesday. And then my surgery is Thursday. So I'll be taking off Thursday, Friday, and recouping Saturday, all those days until the following Monday. So I won't be here for those days. I know it's going to be rough. You guys, I don't know how you'll handle it without me, but I'm pretty sure you'll march on, right? Just kidding. I know. Okay, but hopefully I'll be back and I'll be healed up and up by August 5th to come back. But Tuesday, when I get back, I should be back Tuesday afternoon sometime, and I'll set up real quick and get something going, and I'll put out an ad and stuff about Tuesday, and then Wednesday I will get something done, because I'm not allowed to eat or anything after midnight or what, because I have to be there at like 9:30. My surgery's like 11:30. So hopefully then by dinner time I'll be home, and I'll be getting me some McDonald's or something on the way home. I'll be hungry. All right, where did that go? What did I do? Okay, I got to get rid of that one. We're doing okay. I got to get moving because I'm got to get these things. But we got some Harris's anti-Catholic bigotry from faith leaders. Simple enough. Just watch the video and what they say about Harris's religious beliefs. So take a look at this video real quick.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge Barrett, welcome. It's good to see you again. Jesse Barrett, welcome, and to you and to your family as well. I see that some of your children are getting a break. They've earned it, I think. I'm amazed as I've been watching. I've got 2 little boys at home, my wife and I do. I can't believe how calmly your children have been sitting for a couple of hours. So maybe you can give me some tips, Jesse and Judge, when we're finished here. You know, we've gotten to read a lot about your family in the last few weeks. We've gotten to read a lot about you in the press, and in particular about your religious beliefs. One attack after another in the liberal media, one hit piece after another, many of them echoed by members of this committee, like this one, for instance, Barrett, long active with Insular Christian Group. We've read stories about your Catholic lifestyle, stories about how you raise your children, stories about how you adopted your children, stories about your Catholic doctrinal beliefs, over and over and over questioning whether you have, I guess, the independence to be a judge, a justice on the United States Supreme Court. And it's not just in the newspapers, it's members of this committee, including the Democratic nominee for Vice President of the United States, who has questioned past nominees who have come before this committee about their membership in Catholic fraternal organizations like the Knights of Columbus. And for those watching at home, that's right, you heard me correctly. Senator Harris and others on this committee have repeatedly questioned judicial nominees' fitness for office because of their membership in the Knights of Columbus. The ranking member, when you were last before this committee, Judge, for your initial confirmation hearings, the ranking member referred to your Catholic convictions as dogma, that's a quote, that lives loudly within you, picking up the very terminology of anti-Catholic bigotry current in this country a century ago. She wasn't alone.
I was typing. You know, we're just going to see, and she's just going to lead off where Joe Biden left off if she gets into this office, with the corrupt FBI going after Catholics and arresting people because of their religion. Now, I've been to Catholic masses. It ain't nothing like what they're talking about. They're not trying to fill your heads full of dumb shit or anything like that. And that's what pisses me off. And that's why we have the corrupt alphabet agencies. That's got to stop. Yep. Thank you, Pat. And Lee, thank you. The pedos need to take their pedo books and fuck off. Exactly right. You damn straight they do, because this makes me sick that she could just run her mouth. Yeah, I know, Kurt. I'm not supposed to eat McDonald's, but I like McDonald's. But yeah, every one of these people. Okay, Sean. That's funny. Oh, that's great. This woman Harris left to style it. Right. McDonald's ain't food. That's cancerous poison. Yes, I know. I get told that all the time, and I shouldn't be eating it. But hell, it's the cheapest thing we got going right now, and it still cost me $10 for 2 hamburgers, a fry, and a large sweet tea. And I'm a diabetic, and I'm not supposed to have the sweet tea either. But hey, what the hell? Thank you, Pat. They're gonna decompress a disc in my back. And he makes it sound easier than what I think. So it's not going to be a big slice when they put the rods and stuff in my back. But hey, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I know, Sean. That's hilarious, though. I need that. That'd be all right. Anyways. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It shouldn't be that bad. He told me the only restrictions I'm going to have is I can't lift more than 25 pounds for 2 weeks, and I'm done. Because I have another vacation planned here in November too. I think I'm going to St. Martin or something like that. So I wanted to be healed up before that. So I told him, get it done now. All right, let's move on so we don't lose anything, because I have a couple of things I want to show you guys. And but I mean, like I said, this is all about Harris, because the only two or three things that I have is on Biden and both Bidens, Hunter and him. But the other ones, you know what? I'll do these right now, because this is a 2-part series. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but when Kamala Harris was comparing ICE to the KKK, if you guys haven't seen this, here's the first part. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit before I show you the next part. So take a look at this first part of this. This is just dumbfounds me.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'd like to emphasize your point. This is a hearing to determine who will be the next head of ICE, and so this is about reviewing the perspective, the qualifications, and the experience of the nominee. So that being said, I think, Mr. Vitello, that you would agree. Have I pronounced your name correctly?
Vitello.
Vitello.
Thank you.
I think you would agree as a member of law enforcement that law enforcement, generally speaking, and certainly it would be the case with ICE officers and agents, that a great deal of your power is discretionary. You have limited resources and you make decisions about what you're going to do, but you exercise a great deal of discretion in terms of how you're going to use the limited resources and how you're going to prioritize them. And then understanding that, I think you would also agree that one's perspective and their bias, if they have bias, will influence their exercise of discretion in terms of the power they have and how it will be used and implemented. So I want to return to the question that Senator Peters asked you about the statement you made describing the Democratic Party as liberal-cratic or neo-Klanist, which was, I think the assumption there was that you were comparing it to the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK. So you said in response to his question, you're sorry because the words caused offense. So would you not be sorry if no one was offended by your words?
No, it was wrong to do.
Why was it wrong?
Because those are offensive words.
Why are they offensive?
Because they have history in this country, and I honestly did not mean it that way.
But please talk about the history. What is the history that would then make those words wrong?
Well, the Klan was what we would call today a domestic terrorist group.
Why? Why would we call them domestic terrorist group?
Because they tried to use fear and force to change political environment.
Now you listen to this dumb bitch's mouth. Why are they offensive? I wouldn't be offensive. I wouldn't be. I would say it with not a problem to the dumb bitch. But they want to run the KKK, and then, oh my God, they are the K. And Lee, I think Lee's the one who said it. Democrat Party are the party of racism. They are the KKK. They are the Jim Crow. They are everything that of hatred. Period. And this son of a bitch, this bitch wants to say this stuff and make this guy talk. Oh, wait, we're not done. Here comes the second part. Wait, here in a second. But John, that's what they put my rods and stuff in my back of my L4 S1, L5 S1. And now they are doing the decompression in my L4 vertebrae. So that's what I'm getting worked on next Thursday. Shane, nothing but a racist piece of shit. You got that right, Kirk. Pull agents from Trump, the fake doctor, is unacceptable. Right. You pull agents away from Trump to give them to Jill Biden? Get the hell out of here. She shouldn't have went anywhere, especially on Air Force One. It's not her plane. That's for a real president, and Trump needs back in it. Stick to bouncing your head off the headboard. Exactly right, Alan. All right, let's get into part 2 real quick because this ain't over. Wait till you listen to this.
And what was the motivation for the use of fear and force?
It's based on race and ethnicity.
Right. Are you aware of the perception of many about how the power and the discretion at ICE is being used to enforce the laws? And do you see any parallels?
I do not see any parallels between
I'm talking about perception.
Officers and agents.
I'm talking about perception.
I do not see a parallel between what is constitutionally mandated as it relates to enforcing the law.
Are you aware that there's a perception?
I see no.
Are you aware that there's a perception?
That puts ICE in the same category as the KKK. Is that what you're asking me?
No, I'm very specific about what I'm asking you. Are you aware of a perception that the way that the discretion
I see no parallel.
I'm not finished.
I see none.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Are you aware that there's a perception that ICE is administering its power in a way that is causing fear and intimidation, particularly among immigrants and specifically among immigrants coming from Mexico and Central America? Are you aware of that perception?
I do not see a parallel between the power and the authority that ICE has to do its job and the agents and officers who do it professionally and excellently with lots of compassion.
Sir, how can you be the head of an agency and be unaware of how your agency is perceived by certain communities?
There is a lot of perceptions in the media and in the public that are incorrect about the agency.
But the perception exists, would you agree? Whether or not it's correct. And wouldn't you agree then that if that perception exists, there might need to be some work done to correct the perception?
I do want to advocate for the workforce, the vital public safety mission that they have to protect the homeland. And I think more people need to know how valuable they are to the society. So I agree with you on that.
Now, what I don't get is this perception she's talking about. She asked him about perception. And then she says, no, don't you know the perception? And she keeps saying perception. Whose perception? I don't get it. This bitch needs to stop running her mouth, but you can tell right there that she's calling them equivalents to the KKK because they do their job. They're there to keep the people out of our country. They're supposed to come in here legally. And because they're doing their job, they are following the law, that makes them racist? Oh my God. I saw this today, and this is when she was senator. And this is the joke that they want to put in. This is the best that the Democrats can put up against Trump. If you are big enough idiots to vote for this dumb bitch, you're stupid as hell. You need to get a one-way ticket and get the hell out of our country. Oh, you are finished. You just don't know it yet. Oh, yeah, exactly right. She is stupid as a bag of rock. Exactly. I went with Jamal. I went with bowling ball now, and I think it was Pat that gave me that a couple shows ago. I think she gave me that. She's trying to act smart. Yeah, it ain't working. So perception should dictate laws. Bullshit. Exactly, Daniel. And where's Mike? I saw Mike come in the house. Mansplaining Mike, welcome to the show, man. All right. Let's keep moving on now. But those are the ones that I had to show you because that just irked me to no end. And she wants to say that our ICE people are racist because they do their jobs. That pisses me off like to no end. So where are we at? I don't want to run you guys too late. It is a Friday, so she was talking about ISIS. We'll go past that one. We'll get into the protesters burning the flag with people playing. We'll go past that one. Because I put a bunch of extra ones in just so I could get them. And then all these other ones pop up. And I do my video. I set these shows up like 5 o'clock in the morning. It takes me like 3 or 4 hours to set one show up. And then all this other stuff comes out. And it's like, damn it. I wanted to get this in. And it's like I throw all this stuff together. So, oh, yeah. What video is that? Okay. She got off a plane for something. I don't remember where it was at. But she went over to the press and was talking. And they were asking her about these protesters and them burning the flag. Now, she ignored the question. She just said some words, turned around and walked away. And then they were asking about her doing that. Now, I have a slight problem with them burning the flag in the first place. So take a look at this video. I think I did show it yesterday, but we're going to show it again for the idiots that are burning this flag. So take a look at this one real quick. Now, these pieces of shit took our flag off the pole. They're painting all over the statues and stuff. And then they burned the flag. if you don't like our country, get the hell out. Don't come back. Go to Gaza. I dare you. I beg you, go to Gaza and see what the hell happens to you. Now, they are real criminals. Oh, yeah. But guess what? Oh, that was in today, too. Let me see. Let me find that real quick here. Where the hell did it go? Oh, man. Some of the arrests, I saw it earlier, but I can't find it real quick here. But some of the arrests from this, the prosecutor let them go. Like 7 people that were arrested, they just let them go. Typical bullshit Democrat stuff, period. Trump should form a patriot force, deputize 1 million patriots to remove these illegal expeditiously. Exactly, Jamal, and I would do it. And I have a nerve damage in my right leg. I would do it in a heartbeat. I'll drive the bus and kick their asses the hell off the bus with no problem. Exactly, Sean. I wish any of them would try to burn the flag in front of me. They'll be eating that flag. Right. This is the shit that's going on that we never have them close to me where I can go to. So, oh yeah, there were people be laying bleeding. That's for sure. But you know what? Harris will take care of him. Harris has raised money for a controversial freedom fund to do, what the hell am I going to tell you? But she raised money to bail out criminals out of jail. Oh, yes. Along with Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and so many more. Take a look at this video of her actually raising money for criminals. Take a look at this.
Thank you, Senator Blackburn, and thank you all for being here today. The American public has had enough. The crime wave that's rolling across our country is tragic. As Senator Blackburn mentioned, we're seeing record high levels of crime in every major city. Memphis saw a record high this past year alone. We've got to step up and do something about this, and we've had an administration that prioritizes anything but dealing with crime. In fact, as many of the members of this administration were running for office, I think about Vice President Kamala Harris, she actually raised funds to bail out criminals early. One of those criminals that her fund bailed out just a few weeks ago murdered somebody 3 weeks after being released on bail that now Vice President Harris's fund provided. We've got to turn away from this weak on crime sort of environment. It starts at the top. The tone at the top right now has got to be much more stringent and much stronger. As Senator Blackburn mentioned, we are working on legislation right now that will address this, but we're moving more urgently. The letter that we sent this week to President Biden encourages him, and we're ready to work with him to step up, to address this problem, to use some of the tried and true principles that have already worked. You think back to the Trump administration, Operation Legend was a process that worked, that helped address this sort of crime and helped address it in our state alone. So we need to properly resource law enforcement now. We'll work on it through legislation, but the president has the ability to step up right now and help us address this. We're calling on him to do that. And I look forward to my colleagues and I working together to make certain we get this problem addressed. Thank you.
Senator Grassley?
Now I have a problem with this because this is the problem with our country now. These people know what they can get away with because they tell them. And if you don't get away with it, they're going to bail your ass out. And I have a problem with that. Now, you guys know that Obama decided to endorse this twit. And I'm not going to play the video, but it's a setup video because we're getting close to running out of time here. But they set it up because she's walking around with a cell phone and it's on speaker, but it's loud as hell. So they set this whole thing up for it to look like that because I know we're getting sick of seeing Harris, but I said it's a Harris type of day, and this is what it was because it's not hard to find stuff to get her on because she's such a damn twit. And I've even got a video, and I'm not even going to show it either. But Harris has been ranked the most liberal senator ever. Oh, yeah. That's another one that I had on here. But did you guys notice, and I will show you this one, during Biden's press conference when he was bailing out of the race, Did you guys notice a bruise on his face? If we're looking at him, if we're looking at the screen when you're going to watch this video, it's on our right side, his left side. So I want you to watch this and you tell me what this could be. And because everybody's talking about this bruise, I didn't notice it that night, but now that you pay attention to it, you'll notice it. But take a look at this.
When you elected me to this office, I promised to always level with you, to tell you the truth. And the truth, the sacred cause of this country, is larger than any one of us. And those of us who cherish that cause, cherish it so much, a cause of American democracy itself, must unite to protect it. You know, in recent weeks, it's become clear to me that I need to unite my party.
Now, do you guys see that? Let me know in chat if you know what the hell that could be. Dennis, get your medical skills on, man. We will have a hard time finding where the worst of the worst are. Yeah, but we go to cities, Pat, we'll find them. We'll get California, Philly. We know that. I know there's some in my little ass county because the Republican commissioners here want the money from the government. We got criminals everywhere. It's unreal. It's a promo video. All the camera cuts to talking freaking speakerphone. Yeah, they set that up, Jamal. I know they did because it's supposedly both of them. The American people are stuck on stupid sound bites and snapshots, or they are all they care about. But that's what sells, Dennis. It's about snapshots and sound bites. That's what it is. But I didn't notice that bruise on his side of his face. He probably just fell again. That's a good one, Kurt. The Biden is way taller than other Biden. Yeah, there was so much different about him. And I showed the signatures yesterday from that thing. So it's just funny. There's too much that doesn't add up with him. So, all right. We're going to get into this one now. The judge threatens Hunter's attorneys because they falsified paperwork. They lied on their paperwork. Take a look at this video real quick. I hope they do something to him. But you know what? I was shocked as hell because it's a California judge. That just like threw me through the roof because I did not think a California judge would actually say that. Executive orders: illegal to rent to an illegal, illegals to hire an illegal, and 5-year jail time for each offense. But you know what? There's some states there, Sean, that are paying employers to hire illegals instead of Americans. I have a very big problem with that. And John, you're right. I guarantee that. Whoops, I went past what I was doing. They pay these guys all the time. Soros is paying these people to do this stuff. The entire Democrat establishment is a bunch of liars. You damn right they are, no matter what. I don't know. Obama endorsing a hyena. I know. I thought he was going to push to get Big Mike in there, but I don't know what's going on. But she's not guaranteed it, and I'm hoping she doesn't. But after Obama endorsed her, kind of makes me wonder if they're not just going to give it to this twit. And this can't be the best that they've got. This is pathetic. This is why we cannot let them get away with this. So, all right, guys, that's all the time we have for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. We always have a great show because of you guys in chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. I can't say enough how much I appreciate you guys. You guys make this show, and I couldn't do it without you guys. And like I said, I will see you guys Tuesday night for the Conservative Viewpoint. I might not be as well prepared, but I'm going to get out anyways and do what I can do. So don't forget, this is the time of the day to check out my Wimpkin page, my Rumble page, and my Twitter page, all under Country Conservative. Don't forget to hit the follow, like, subscribe, everything, whatever it is, wherever you're tuning in from. And give me that thumbs up. That's very important to hit those likes and everything. For some reason, that's their algorithm. It makes our channel grow, gets more people in. Appreciate all the new people that come into the chat and join the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's anything you want me to change, let me know. I take criticism very well. And we had a hell of a conversation. We do. Everybody has fun on here. I believe they have fun on here. For what I see, everybody has a great time. So keep coming back, guys. We're going to get better and better. Dennis keeps giving me some tips we're going to do, and we're going to try to get some more stuff in. So with that, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. Now, as we wrap up this weekend's episode, I want to leave you with a thought, a beacon of hope in these turbulent times. The strength of our nation lies not in the marble halls of power, but in the hearts of its people. We've dissected headlines, challenged narratives, and stood firm in our conservative convictions. From Joe Biden's vote-buying tactics to foreign policy missteps, we've navigated the political landscapes with clarity and courage. Now, I want you to remember these truths. Unity over division. Our strength lies in unity, not division. So let's bridge gaps, listen to differing perspectives, and find common ground. Liberty's guardians. As freedom warriors, we defend the Constitution, individual liberties, and the American dream. So in late night clarity, whether you're sipping coffee or winding down, our podcast is your compass for the truth. Remember, truth doesn't rush. It tunes in 9 o'clock every weeknight, sharp for the Conservative Viewpoint. Don't forget to join the conversation in chat, and let's ignite the conservative fire. So until Tuesday night, everyone, have a great weekend. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and keep the conservative flame burning bright. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Tuesday night. Good night, everyone.